and he's too light. He is too light.
Well, I mean,
Now,
his mother is white now.
I mean, but
Your Honor, he calls him white boy. That's not acceptable.
He calls him what?
White boy, and that's not acceptable.
I call him my little white boy.
And she also does this squat that he does.
Squat?
Yeah, she does it all the time.
What is the squat?
Like when I'm fixing on something.
Let me see.
I can do that.
I went over her house one time, and that was it. And I realized the baby just don't look nowhere near like.
He says that she's not his because I have cheated before, and it was just an accident. But I have sat down and I told him that the mistake was a mistake, and I haven't done it since then. And I don't think he should put that against her.
Can you tell the court what that feels like? I see the tears in your eyes.
It hurts really bad because I have to raise her on my own, and no child should go through that.
Mr. Brown gives his testimony and reveals some interesting events.
The reason why I feel like that because the time she was saying, like the situation she cheated on me, always a cheater will be a cheater. So
you feel traumatized?
Yes.
By catching her?
Yes.
How did you find out she was cheating?
She always get anonymous phone calls leaving out the room, or started sitting there talking to me like if she was talking to a family member.
Ms. Pringle and Mr. Brown both disclosed what went down when Pringle became pregnant.
I met someone on a dating site. We made out, and that's what happened. I went to a free clinic and I took the test, and they said that it was 4 weeks and 3 days.
Pregnant?
Yes.
And then you called Mr. Brown?
Yes, and I told him I was pregnant. He was happy, and we were together for like 2 months, and we broke up.
And so he was happy, but for 2 months?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown, you were only happy for 2 months?
We didn't have sex at the time, like the conceiving time that she got pregnant. But we was broken up.
At the conception time, you didn't have sex then?
No.
Okay.
I don't know where he got his information from, but there's nobody but him.
But after he confirmed you were cheating and you admitted to it, then you start getting phone calls where you gotta leave the room. That doesn't feel too good.
Judge Lauren breaks down the effect of being cheated on.
Okay, let me break this down. After you've been cheated on, all your red flags, all your senses are up. Spidey sense is on overdrive. So every time you got a call and then you had to leave the room to talk, look, truth be told, even if it was a family member and you had to leave the room and talk, I'd have been like, oh, you can't talk to your family member in front of me?
Ms. Pringle discloses the medical condition and behavior her child and Mr. Brown have in common that proves he's her father.
Yes, Your Honor. She's lactose intolerant, so is he, and other family members in his family is lactose intolerant. I'm not. And because she has the same hairline as him, and she also does this squat that he does.
Squat?
Yeah, she does it all the time.
What is the squat?
Like when I'm fixing on something.
Let me see.
I can do that.
It turns out Mr. Brown also has a medical condition that proves the child isn't his. Plus, he drops this huge confession.
I have asthma, and it runs down in my family. My other significant kid has asthma.
Your other kid has asthma?
Yes.
How many other children you have?
I have several.
How many?
I would have had 8.
Wait a minute. What?
Judge Lauren comments on this confession and says a lot about it. With both sides presenting genetic conditions as evidence to prove their claims, the DNA test result proves whose is correct.
Mr. Brown, you are the father.
Ms. Whittier says this is where they would be if there isn't this paternity case. Plus, she discloses what led to the case.
I think we would be married, moving on with our lives, getting away from the conflict that constantly drags our family down.
Really? And that conflict is all based upon a paternity issue?
Yes, ma'am. Shortly before Lucas's birth, we had an argument. And that argument led to the ultimate gonna shut him up kind of moment. So I said, well, how do you know if it's even yours?
You say that in the argument.
Yes, I never doubted it was his, but I just kind of wanted to end the argument and let it be done. And I've regretted that statement ever since I made it.
Ms. Whittier discloses how they met, and Mr. Reed confirms the story.
He tried to save my toddler that he thought was drowning. He didn't realize she could swim.
Oh, that's cute.
It was a baby, and she was adorable, cute little stubby thing running around the pool in a little swimmer diaper. Jumps in the pool, so I'm laying in the lawn chair, you know, getting my tan on. And I'm laying in the lawn chair, and here she goes. I look up, she jumps in the pool, and I'm right behind her, and I come up looking for her. She's swimming around.
That's so cute.
Ms. Whittier continues to narrate this sweet, romantic story, causing Judge Lauren to comment.
We had dinner later that night and didn't see each other for about a week. And finally, I decided, well, give him a call. You know, he was there for a reason, and I couldn't get him off my mind. So I called, and we spent quite a bit of time together for the next month. And then he left. He moved back to Tennessee. And it broke my heart, and it broke my daughter's heart. And so I checked Facebook, and there's a message from him.
Really?
Come get me. It's time to come home.
Oh, I feel like I'm in like a really cute romantic comedy right now, right? This is awesome.
The story continues and develops into a plot twist.
He moved in mid-September, and we found out we were pregnant the first week in November.
I was terrified.
You were?
I mean, outright terrified.
Yeah,
I didn't know what I was gonna do. I mean, name me one parent that does know what they're doing, you know, first time. That's what my mom said.
Did you have any doubt during that time that the child was yours?
No, not at the time of the pregnancy. I didn't know.
When did the plot twist come?
With his ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
The conflict started between me and her. Well, then she starts whispering in his ear, oh, well, what if it's not yours? There was some arguments.
There were some arguments?
Yeah.
Yes. And an ex of mine decided to be disgusting and send a very vulgar message to my phone. He found it and thought that maybe there was some continuing relationship there.
Oh, okay.
And then I moved in with my ex.
The story begins to turn sour after the plot twist.
He moves in with his ex, who proceeds to attempt to convince him that that child couldn't possibly be his. And of course, because he's known her longer, he buys into this story. And it just got worse from there until I got sick.
It seems things begin to get better, but the conniving ex is back into the picture, causing more doubts. However, there comes a bit of happiness with this testimony from Mr. Reed.
They finally sent us home and said, as long as nothing else goes wrong from here to the end, maybe we'll have a healthy baby.
Ms. Lowry, the co-founder and president of the Albinism Alliance Group, sheds more light on the genetic condition, but Mr. Reed says it doesn't clear his doubts.
Albinism is passed genetically from the parents to the child, but depending on which gene is affected, depends on whether both parents or one parent passes it.
So with that said, Mr. Reed, after you've heard the testimony from our expert, does that change your doubt or affect your belief in any way?
It doesn't, I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't help the doubt. We're in court, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't help the doubt.
And that's what I want you to be as honest.
Of course.
However, this DNA test result does, and the case ends on this note.
Mr. Reed, you are the father.
I'm shaking, man. This is the happiest day of my life. Aside from him being born, this is the happiest day of my life.